Hello and welcome to this ACCA paper F1 training video from the EXP group. In this video we're going to be finishing off chapter 8 of our express notes, and we'll be looking at issues involving motivating individuals and groups. If we look at the theories of motivation can be classified either as what is known as content theories or process theories. Content theories talks about what are the things that motivate. Process theories talk about how are people motivated. Let's look at a very well-known one. We've got Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. So Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs talks about what motivates people. And probably the simplest way to think of this is if you were on a boat that was shipwrecked and you ended up on a desert island, what would you be motivated by? To start with, you'd be motivated by the lower levels: physiological, water, food. Once you've achieved that, you are then motivated by the next stage up: safety. You want to search for safety. Once you've obtained and found shelter, the next thing, social. You're driven, you're motivated by social. Once you've achieved that, the next level, esteem. Once you've achieved that, self-actualization. So the whole concept behind this, you are motivated by the lower levels until you achieve them, then you move on up and up and up. Next theory to look at, Hertzberg. Hertzberg's two-factor theory, also known as the dual theory, or the hygiene motivating theory, or the motivating hygiene theory. Now, what Hertzberg said is that within jobs, for example, there are two types of factor which impact on that job. You have what is known as hygiene factors and motivating factor. A hygiene factor is something which is expected to be present. If it is present, it doesn't motivate. If it's not present, it demotivates. So basic health and safety provisions, you would expect those to be present. They don't motivate you, but if they are not present, you would feel demotivated. The other type of factor, motivating factors, these are factors that motivate. So when management look at motivating their team, they've got to make sure all the hygiene factors are present and as many motivating factors as possible are present. Hertzberg also identified three separate ways of motivating staff. We've got job enlargement. Now that doesn't mean just giving a person more work to do. It means enlarging their access to things so they can understand how more things are being done, how they work. So you're enlarging their exposure to different parts of a job to make it more rewarding. Job enrichment. You're giving people more freedom, more choice over how they do their own job, enriching the job. And job rotation. Rotating jobs so that they're given access to other ideas, other thoughts, other experiences. Douglas McGregor, the next theory. McGregor identified two types of individuals, and two extremes. We had theory X and theory Y. Now, a theory X employee doesn't like work, doesn't think it's natural, and has to be closely monitored. A theory Y individual is somebody who enjoys work, who enjoys the challenge, and should be given more freedom to do work. Next theory, Vroom's expectancy model. According to this model, you can adjust the amount of effort, so the force of an effort an individual puts into things, by adjusting either the value he or she places on the outcome or the expectancy that a certain amount of effort will result in the outcome. So let's say, for example, how much effort do you place into qualifying as ACCA? Well, what's the value you place on that? And what's the expectancy that you are capable of doing that? And to increase your force of effort, if we can increase value placed on that, for example, will it enable you to get a good job? If we can increase that value, or increase the expectancy by way of attending training courses or something, as a formula, your force of motivation will increase. Just some couple of quick definitions. Extrinsic versus intrinsic rewards. Now, extrinsic rewards are dependent on other people. Intrinsic rewards are within you. They come from the satisfaction of doing a job well. They're inside you. So extrinsic rewards dependent on other people. For example, your pay, your salary, and benefits. Intrinsic, satisfaction of doing a job well done. They come from within you. Okay, thank you for listening to this video. Thank you.